Walang pinipiling oras o araw ang mga pasimuno ng kalokohang ito. Hindi nila alintana ang pandemya at wala silang pakialam kung mayaman o naghihikahos ang kanilang mabibiktima. Wala silang pinipili, walang pakialam, at higit sa lahat ay wala silang takot. Kung kaya, hinihikayat ko ang ating mga kasamahan sa Senado na bigyang pansin muli ang walang habas at walang patumanggang pangbubudol sa ating mga kababayan. Mr. President, mayroon ng 157 bansa, 157 countries na nagsabatas ng pagmamandato sa pagrehistro ng SIM card ayon sa datos ng Privacy International.
Mga karunungan, kaalaman, teorya, kasaysayan, hiwaga at mga bagong tuklas. Alamin natin.
May dalawa pang kahalintulad na insidente. Ang isa ay nagmula sa isang di umano'y IBP Southern Leyte Chapter, President Giovanni Plateros, na nanghihingi ng tulong sa ngalan ng mga mag-aaral ng Kinatchawa Elementary School ng Munisipalidad ng San Ricardo, Southern Leyte. Pati mga ibang congressman natin sa mababang kapulungan, kung paano nila nakukuha yung mga cellphone numbers natin. Yun lang, that is mind-boggling.
Actually, I was watching a TV report sa news, 24 oras. There was several civilians and not politicians. One was a lawyer, the other were other private citizens who were complaining that they were getting the same scam numbers, same scam requests on how their numbers are being given out because kilala yung receiver eh. Kasi kung spam call yan, that person will not know who they're calling, but they know who the person is calling. They even say na, kilala namin kuya mo, yung kuya mo may utang sa amin, kailangan bayaran mo kasi kung hindi, kakasuhan namin. So how do they know the data? There's a data privacy breach here. As a matter of fact, Justice Leonen, Malvic Leonen of the Supreme Court, had already come out with a statement. Even they are being spammed and scammed. So it's coming to an alarming proportion. And I think we in the Senate have to act quickly on this matter, if possible. My appeal to my colleagues. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, and this is really a great concern because alam na yung pangalan and recipients, Mr. President, and there were reports, Mr. President, that during the pandemic, when you eat out in these restaurants, you fill up forms, you put up your numbers, your cell phone numbers, and dun din po nakukuha, Mr. President. No? Ilan yun sa mga narinig natin. Anyway, Mr. President, just to continue with the discussions, may I move that we recognize the distinguished gentleman from Davao, Senator Bato de la Rosa.
Senator Bato de la Rosa, our distinguished former Chief PNP, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Majority Leader. Mr. President, I joined the good senator from San Juan City, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, in his call to put a stop to the rampant tax scam. For the information of the body, I have filed Senate Resolution number 69 on July 27, 2022, calling to investigate in aid of legislation the alarming rising number of tax scams. This is in connection with one of my priority legislations for this Congress, Senate Bill number 429 or SIM Card Registration Act, which I filed on July 12, 2022. Nakakalungkot, Mr. President, na kaakibat ng mas maunlad na teknolohiya ay ang pananamantala rito ng ilang masasamang loob. These deplorable criminals are taking advantage of the anonymous prepaid SIM cards to perpetrate evil crimes, including taking the lives of innocent civilian individuals. Mr. President, last Congress, during my co-sponsorship speech of the SIM card registration bill, I mentioned instances of bombings triggered by prepaid SIM cards. To reiterate, on 27 January 2019, security footage of a bombing shows one of the bombers holding a mobile phone that was used to trigger bomb blasts that targeted 2 churches in the south. On 04 September 2016, a blast in Davao City used a mobile phone to trigger an improvised explosive device detonation, and on 26 January 2011, 5 people were killed in Manila when a mortar ammunition triggered by a cell phone was detonated in a bus. Aside from the use of unregistered prepaid SIM card in furtherance of their terroristic threats in our community, the criminals are using it to take the hard-earned money of our people. Kahit noong kasagsagan ng pandemya, hindi tumigil ang mga kawatan. Ang nakakatakot pa rito ay wala tayong kaalam-alam kung sino itong mga text scammer na ito. Nakababahalang tila nakuha nila ang mga pangalan ng mga nagmamay-ari ng mobile number ng kanilang tinitext. Although the SIM card registration bill was vetoed last Congress due to constitutional infirmities, the Executive Department recognized the need to have a more effective and strengthened legislative measures to address the increasing incidence of cybercrimes and information and communications technology-related offenses in this era of borderless interconnectivity and digitization. Walang pinipiling oras o araw ang mga pasimuno ng kalokohang ito. Hindi nila alintana ang pandemya at wala silang pakialam kung mayaman o naghihikahos ang kanilang mabibiktima. Wala silang pinipili, walang pakialam, at higit sa lahat ay wala silang takot. Kung kaya, hinihikayat ko ang ating mga kasamahan sa Senado na bigyang pansin muli ang walang hapas at walang patumanggang pangbubudol sa ating mga kababayan. Mr. President, mayroon ng 157 bansa, 157 countries na nagsabatas ng pagmamandato sa pagrehistro ng SIM card ayon sa datos ng Privacy International. Sa pangunguna ng ating mahusay na tagapangulo ng Committee ng Public Services na si Senator Grace Poe, naniwala ako na bago matapos ang taon na ito, ay mabibilang na ang ating bansa sa nasabing datos. Protektahan po natin ang ating mga kababayan sa loob at labas ng cyber world. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Maraming salamat,
Thank you,
Senator.
Senator De La Rosa. I have talked with Senator Grace a while ago, and he said out of 100, ilang bang bansa sa mundo? 180, 190 plus countries in the world, 112 countries have already this kind of law. Okay? And so, the Philippines, or us senators, will have to pass a law with regard to this. And I think Senator Grace has already expressed her intention to have a committee hearing to hear this particular bill.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next on the list is the distinguished gentleman from the province of Cavite, Senator Bong Revilla. I move that he be recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Una po sa lahat ay nagpapasalamat ako sa aking kaibigan, the good gentleman from San Juan,
Kakosa.
the good one. Ito, ano ba ito? The bad one? The cute one. Ayan. For bringing up this matter on the floor. Kaya nakapuntos ka na naman dito, pare ko. In fact, last week po ay sinulatan natin si Commissioner Cordova ng NTC para pakilusin sila at magpaliwanag sa level up ng mga incidents na ito sa text. In the spirit of fairness, we gave the NTC an opportunity to explain, especially that this is in breach of right to privacy of our kababayans. Kaya lang, hanggang ngayon tayo po ay naghihintay pa rin sa kanilang kasagutan. I agree that this matter must be immediately taken up because many of our countrymen have already fallen prey to the perpetrators who exploit technology for their own personal gain. At with the permission of the good gentleman from San Juan, may kaunti lang pong katanungan.
Gladly, Kakosa.
Dito po sa latest version ng mga text scam, kasama ng pangalan o handle ng mga may-ari ng numbers, no? If I may ask, my dear friend, do we have any inkling as to how these perpetrators obtain personal information of the public? How do they able to secure names and other confidential information? Nakapagtataka kung paano nakukuha ang mga ito, pangalan ng mga personal, katulad na nabanggit nyo kanila, kayo, sa Senator Robin, ako, siya rin. So, I'm sure may na mga nabanggit kanina.
Thank you, Mr. Senator. Frankly speaking, I really do not have any idea. That's why I was telling the Senate President, I am in a quandary on how these unscrupulous people can get hold of the cell phone numbers of us senators. Not only us senators, but also including the members of the House of Representatives. I really do not have any idea whatsoever.
Inkling. Yeah, that's right. Talaga pong nakakagulat. Biglang tatawag na lang sa'yo, di ba? Nung weekend po, nabasa ko po sa balita na inutusan ng NTC ang mga telcos na mag-text blast sa mga users ng warning na laban sa mga scams na ito,
Yes,
no?
yes.
Itong mga scammers.
Nakatanggap din
Bukod
po.
sa text blast, ano po ba kaya o nararapat na gawin ng NTC regarding this, no? Hindi pa trabaho nila yun, ba't nila pinapasa pa nila sa telcos yung trabaho nila?
Well, maybe they should have a thorough investigation with regard to this matter, or else walang mangyayari. Or we have to this afternoon I have talked to the authorities of the police force, particularly the CIDG, to investigate all these text scams which had already victimized a lot of senators here in this chamber. They have to conduct a thorough investigation. They have to work hand in hand. Not only one agency, not only the NTC, but also the police force and the authorities concerned like the NBI.
Okay. So, yun lang po.